Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are finally going to do Legacy Carina Challenge Part 2, 7.4.6 completion. And the path I'm going to attempt is going to be a Diablo, Gamora, Chavez, Red Goblin, Mephisto, along with Anti-Venom as the last defender. And we're gonna end up with Kang, so more on him later in the video. So the nodes on this path are kind of helpful to Spider-Man Stark. So if you're unaware, this challenge requires you to take a 5-star Spider-Man Stark Enhanced and get through 7.4.6 completion. So the nodes here are going to be Paradox Knockdown, Entropic Generator, Quantum Invasion, and Power Alternator and Kinetic Instigator. So basically, whenever you will knock down a defender, they will get 1 Paradox charge, and if you are below 3 charges, the defender is going to be unblockable. But if you hit the defender in their block, you get power generated for yourself. So when the fight starts, to build up the paradox, all you need to do is to hit in the block and gain 1 bar of power, and then you can swipe back and throw an SP1. That way you can knock down the defender and gain a paradox charge. Also, Spider-Man's target hunts does stun on his SP1, so you can use the heavy attack within the stun to get another paradox charge. The sweet spot for the paradox charges, in my opinion, are 8 to 9, and you also have to make sure that you keep dexing back and you keep getting your Spidey sense charges to get more damage. So it is not one of it is an easy path when it comes to mechanics, but it's a long one, especially with a 5-star. So I would really suggest you to boost strongly your 20% boost damage, your 20% health and attack boost. All of that will help you here. So the path is pretty straightforward. A few fights here and there that you will annoy you. I will discuss about them during the video, especially that Mephisto fight is annoying, and then we can discuss about the boss. So let's jump into it. Every time you use a special, you are going to knock down the defender and gain another paradox charge, but with your 4th light attack, you are able to remove 1 paradox charge, and because of the paradox node, you will gain a lot of power. So the more paradox charges you have, the faster you will gain your power. So the easy way here is to use a 4th light attack before you use a special attack. So that will help you keep the paradox charges in the same realm of 8 to 9. So right here, I'm starting off with 4 paradox charges, and I'm gonna slowly build up my Spidey sense and get those taunt charges up. And I don't have to worry about the unblockable because I already have 4 paradox charges. The goal here is to build up those 10 charges Spidey sense so I can get maximum damage, and then try to knock down Gamora and get more of those paradox charges. I would say the sweet spot is 8 to 9 charges, and at that point you can just go 5-hit combo ending with a light attack that will reduce 1 paradox charge, and a special right after that will knock down the defender, and you will get that paradox charge back, so you can stay at 8 to 9, and that is the sweet spot. So right there, use the special attack. Now 5 paradox charges. So yeah, another good thing is that he's going to auto evade a lot of specials from Gamora, but be careful. Sometimes if he does not go into an auto evade, that can really hurt and you can die with only 1 special. Something to take care about. So yeah, that's pretty much it about this fight. Just made a mistake there and got hit right in the face. 16% health only. And remember that this will cost you some of revives, so it's okay. I will put a revive counter for my run as well. I think cost me around 8 to 9 revives, mostly on the boss, but this path is relatively easy to do, only with a few annoying fights like Mephisto that is coming up. annoying fight number one is going to be America Chavez, because she does not throw her specials easily. So first things first, notice that I already have 8 paradox charges, so that is good. So I am just trying to hit America Chavez and keep her on her side of the map, and with an occasional heavy attack to keep the power control. My goal here is to stay at 8 to 9 paradox charges while having maximum charges on my Spidey sense, so I can do most of the damage. And then make sure that I only bait SP1 out. Now SP2 can also be baited here because of the auto evade from Spider-Man Stark Enhance, but if it doesn't trigger, that unblockable does hurt a lot. So just be wary about that. Now I just push her to an SP2. Now I am worried here because that is really gonna hurt, but luckily that got dexed, and now I am going to keep her below 2 bars of power. Keep that SP1s out, and then because you're going to evade a lot of specials, you're going to have a lot of those Spidey charges all stacked up, and you can easily get to 10. Notice that I'm just staying between 7 to 8 charges of paradox, so that gives me like a good amount of power gain as well, and I can keep throwing my SP2s back to back, and I can do quite a bit of damage to America Chavez. So yeah, that's pretty much about the fight. Keep her to an SP1 and you should be good from there onwards. Fight number 4 is going to be a red goblin. Quite a much easier fight, but remember that he has class advantage on you, so you will have to evade the specials, because if you only get clipped by him, your AI will go offline and that will stop you from auto evade, so just be wary about that. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward fight. Both of the specials can be evaded. I like to keep red goblin to an SP1. It's much easier to evade and gives you a better opening to go back into. And yeah, just smash the SP2s back to back again. The more paradox charges you will have, the more quick you will gain your power. And yeah, all you need to do is to get him to throw your SP1s out, and you have a good opening to go back into. Now if he does get a little defensive like Chavez, all you need to do is to just stand still on your place, and Spider-Man Stark Enhance usually taunts the opponent and applies a taunt to them that forces them to throw specials, so you can use that as well. And if you by accident push the defender to 2 bars of power, you can also always use a parry and then a heavy attack for that EMP to remove the power with power burn, so that helps as well. So quite a few different options available for Spider-Man Enhance to get through these fights. Really a fun challenge. I really enjoyed doing it. It was the right difficulty between difficult and hard, and for the most of the community, so that was really fun. So yeah, check out Red Goblin, and I'll see you on the next one, that is Mephisto. Alrighty, so this is the most annoying fight on the path because not only you have to take care of the power gained by Mephisto, but you have to stay away with all of those incinerate damage as well. That's the only annoying fight that will cause me not to do the path, but the nodes really help, and with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. So this is going to be a slow fight, and he will throw specials again and again, and you will have to evade and go back in. But one thing is it's easier that you don't have to like explicitly do dexes for getting your spidey charges, because you will throw a lot of specials and you will evade all of them, so you will easily get the charges build up. So I would say keep your focus on throwing your specials, not building your charges, because they will come anyway. So you have to play like slow, wait for the SP1s, then go back in and do the damage. I think I am really boosted here for a 5-star. He's not ascended, but if you have an ascended Spider-Man Starganas, this will be a bit more easier. So yeah, you just have to play slow. You can get through this. If it does cost you a revive or two, that's okay, don't worry about it. You should be getting through it easily. And then finally, before the boss, we are going to have an Anti-Venom. Again, he is going to stop you from evading, so that's the only difficult part here. His both specials, SP1 and SP2, can be evaded, but I would suggest you that you only keep him to an SP1, because that is much easier to navigate around. With SP2, sometimes if you dex too early, you're gonna be hit with that and you're gonna die in one SP2. And he's kind of stubborn to throwing in specials as well, so just be wary about that. And also remember of the power alternator node, because your power is going to be stolen every like 10 every 12 seconds on a cooldown, if you have more power than your opponent. So just be wary about that. Try to keep your powers fairly same, so it doesn't really feel that you gave the advantage away of having power. Or dump your power with the special and you should be good, just like that. And the cooldown, by the time there's a cooldown, I don't have any power on me, so nothing to worry about there. So yeah, be careful about the failed evades on this one, because of Anti-Venom's anti-evade mechanism. With And finally, we are at the Kang boss for 7.4.6. So if you are not aware, or if you're not familiar with this boss, I would suggest you to check out my 7.4.6 easy path video where I explain him in detail. But a quick recap would be that you need to gain slipstream charges, and once you have 10 slipstream charges and you are able to evade him again, it gives you an opening where he's wounded and you can do damage to him. Now the way you can get those slipstream charges are going to be four ways. One, if you try to attack him after a parry, he will evade you and he will throw a beam that you have to evade. Second one, right in front of you, is whenever he will throw a special attack, you can avoid that and go back in and retaliate. That will also give you a slipstream charge. Third one is he throws a heavy attack and you dex that and you try to retaliate, and he counterattacks and gives you a slipstream charge. Once you have 10 of them, so just like that, you notice that he goes stunned and he's wounded and can go in and attack. For this fight, I would suggest you that not to worry about building up the charges, but because you will do so much of evade that the Spidey charges will build up anyway, but focus only on getting the slipstream charges to 10, and that should help you out. So just like that, he is down to 64%. So let's check all the slipstream charges here. So SP1 evade, going back in, that's a counter, I get one slipstream charge. Parry, try to throw a heavy, slipstream charge again. I can either do an intercept right now or let him throw a heavy attack. Now you just notice there that I got stunned because I tried to use the same slipstream charge twice in a row. So parry, and if you use a parry again, that is going to hurt you. The way you can tell what slipstream charge is currently active is you can see on the top right the green icons. So right now it's a stunned icon, so I cannot use a parry, so I have to retaliate after a special. So right there you see the icon changing. Now it shows me the last charge I use is a special one. So for phase 1 and phase 2, I like to use only two of them. I like to use the parry one and then the special one. So just to keep it simple, get to 10 of the charges and go back in and attack. Just like that. And with phase 1, it all depends on how many debuffs you have on Kang. The more debuffs you have, the more damage he takes. Now unfortunately, Spider-Man Stark does not have much of the debuffs. With the SP2, you can do quite a bit of damage. My apologies. Phase 1 depends on how many buffs you have. So Spider-Man Stark Enhanced does have enough of those debuffs that will come in handy in phase 2 and phase 4. But for phase 1 and phase 3, you have to get him wounded multiple times. I think I die here. I do make a mistake and I get slapped in the face and I die and have to come back here at 2% health. So coming back in again, if you have any slipstream charges from before, they are carried over, so you don't have to worry about that. And just slowly building up. So this was the two slipstream charges back to back. One of them was with a parry, another one was with an intercept. Now after special attack, going back in, I get another one. Now I know I don't have to retaliate after a special. I can use a parry and slipstream again. So it's all about managing your charges and keeping an eye on the right side. That will give you an indication what was the last charge you used, and by the time you get to 10, you're able to wound Kang. Now it's a bit easier with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced because you have that auto evade as well on the SP1, so that helps you out too. So yeah, this fight can be done with much less revives than mine with Kang. So yeah, that's your phase 1, and I'll see you at phase 2. Now starting with phase 2, it's pretty similar to phase 1, but here during the wounded state you need more debuffs, and the more debuffs you have, the faster you will take damage and the timer will be slowed down. Now another thing that's going to happen here, whenever he will throw a slipstream charge, it will either go into a slow motion evade or a normal speed evade or a fast speed evade. So right there, that was a regular speed. So let's discuss the next one. So SP1 right here, I will go in attack. Now fast power counter attack, so I have to dex faster. So that is going to be the change from the first phase to the second phase, that whenever you will go in to get a slipstream charge, it will be in either 3 speeds: slow speed, regular speed, or fast forward speed. So you have to evade according to that, and that is a variable on this one. But the type of slipstream charges is again only one, so you just don't have to repeat the last one type of slipstream charge you use. So for example, if you used a heavy attack, you cannot try to get a slipstream charge with a heavy attack again. So that remains the same. The only difference is SP1 with different slipstream charges at different speeds. And you will notice that Kang is losing his health much faster in this phase, because Spider-Man Enhanced not only has a taunt, he also stuns the opponent, and also with an SP2 there is 2 shock charges that are applied on Kang. So all of those debuffs help in doing more damage to Kang, and this phase is much faster. So again, fast forward counter attack, took some hits here. I think I do die here, and I had to come back with a revive, but that's okay. The slipstream charges are carried over. But again guys, if you want to see a more detailed video on this fight, check out 7.4.6 easy path video, in which I explain Kang in more detail. But this challenge requires only a Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, so remember that you also have to skip the boss node where you change characters. You just have to totally skip it for this challenge to work out. So yeah, that's about it guys for this one. Just build up to 10 slipstream charges. The difference is going to be that the speed for the slipstream beam from Kang is going to vary, either slow, either regular, or it's going to be either fast forward. So just be wary about that. And there's only one restriction here, that you cannot use the same type of action to avoid the slipstream. So if you retaliated with the parry, you cannot use it again. You have to use a different one. Now phase 3 gets more interesting, because 2 type of actions are banned at one time out of the 4 that can give you a slipstream charge. So you can see 2 gray icons. Now I'm gonna try to get intercept, and that now I cannot do an intercept. I used a parry, so now I cannot use an intercept and parry to get a slipstream charge. Either I can wait for a heavy attack just there, that's it, or I can wait for a special. So it keeps rotating, so you have to keep an eye for that. Now remember that there are variables in every phase that makes the phase kind of progressively more difficult. So for phase one is just about managing that one type of action to get the slipstream charge. Now phase two, you still have to manage the one slipstream charge, but the slipstream beam either comes at you in three different speeds, either fast forward, either regular speed, or slow motion. So you have to adjust according to that. Now luckily Spider-Man Stark Enhanced has his own evade as well, so that helps you. So yeah, that's that. Now for phase 3 that we are going through now, another layer of difficulty is added, that now you cannot perform the last two actions that you use to get a slipstream charge. So that is another layer of difficulty. So coming back again, both icons in gray on the top right below Kang's bar. Now I'm going to try and intercept here, or try to hit him with the parry so I can get those slipstream charges. So just building up my Spidey charges here. Try to hit it after parry. That's one slipstream charge. Now I cannot use a parry if you look at the top right. But that was 10 and I got him stunned, so now I can attack him. So I hope the progressive difficulty is clear. So phase 1, just a regular fight. Phase 2, faster, 3 different speeds on the retaliated beam on the slipstream. And phase 3, now you have to look after not only the 3 speeds on the slipstream beam, but you also have to look what were your last 2 actions, so you don't have to repeat them again. Otherwise you will be stunned and you will get hit, and that would be a quick death. And finally, we have phase 4. Now, the final difficulty that is added here is now your SP1 also comes at you at 3 different speeds. So you have to be able to evade that. But again, Spider-Man Stock Enhanced makes it easy. So 7.46 boss becomes a lot more easier to deal with Spider-Man Stock Enhanced. So right here, you will see, notice, it's a fast forward special 1. So you need to be able to dex that. So let's go through over all the phases again. So in phase 1, it's a regular fight. You just have to perform one action and try to get the slipstream charge on Kang. And when you get 10 of them, you can go back in and attack and bring him down. Second phase, added difficulty is going to be with your beam from the split stream. It will come at you at 3 different speeds, regular, fast forward, or slow motion. You should be able to dex that. And on phase number 3, another complexity that is added, that you cannot repeat the last 2 actions you used to get the slipstream charges. And in this final phase, the final complication that is added is the special 1 beams are also thrown at 3 different speeds: your regular speed, your slow motion, and your fast forward. So you have to adjust according to that and get those slipstream charges. And when you have 10 of them, you are going to wound Kang, and you're able to do quite a bit of damage and take him down. Now, this was a really fun challenge. It wasn't easy by any regard, but it was very doable for the difficulty and the rewards. I think the tuning of the rewards versus the challenge ratio was amazing, and I probably think Legacy's challenge is the only one I'll be doing for quite a bit of time. So yeah, thank you for the challenge, Legacy. It was a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below for any questions. I love to answer them out. I have been away a little with some real life stuff, so I am back. I'll probably try to upload every day, so stay tuned to the channel, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.